Brian says, I'm thinking about putting a swimming pool, or maybe I should say that my wife and daughter are complaining or campaigning very hard for a swimming pool. And I question whether or not it's a wise investment because I don't think it would actually increase the value of my home by the amount that it would take to install it. But if I do install it, should I just take the home equity loan to pay for it? And I wanted to ask this question for two reasons. And I'm curious on your thoughts on the mechanics of how to pay for big purchases, not just, pool or whatever, but more importantly, I'm curious to see your perspective on how to evaluate what makes a good purchase or investment. Where's the kind of situation where, yeah, maybe it doesn't really increase the value of the home or the net worth, but you're really going to enjoy it. So maybe paying for some kind of entertainment, like a boat or camper. How do you really make decisions on big things like that to where there is an entertainment or a family value to it? So two questions: home equity loan and large purchase considerations.
Okay. So that might
have been a long answer right here.
Yeah, that might have been one of the longest questions I think we've received so far, Brian. But thanks, because first, the question I would ask before even thinking of putting in a swimming pool, it's like, I know I've been in that situation before, not quite that specific one, but the situation to where you've got your wife and kids that are wanting a certain thing and you're just seeing the dollar signs. And you're like, I don't know if I want to do this, but yeah, it's going to be fun for the kids and it's going to make memories. And I understand that. That's one of the reasons that we do have a camper. We don't have a pool at this point. I mean, our backyard is not big enough to be able to put one of those in, but that aside from that, here's what I would ask. Before even thinking about making a huge purchase like putting in a pool, are you saving for retirement? Like, are you saving for retirement? If you're not saving for retirement, heck no, I would say no right off the bat right there. If you are, how much? Like, are you saving the adequate percentage? Have you sat down with an advisor and figured out how much you should be saving per month or of your salary? I mean, the gold standard is about 15% of whatever your salary is. That's what you should be saving on a monthly basis. And so if you're there, if you're at that 15% and you're saving that, then yeah, I would say this next caveat would be, will putting in that pool, if you are saving the amount that you're supposed to be saving, will putting in the pool affect that? Will it lower the amount? So if you're now paying off the home equity line of credit or loan or whatever it is that you're getting, or if you take a loan on your 401k or something, then you want to pay it back. It's like, whatever it is that you're doing, is that going to affect how much you're saving for retirement? I would not recommend doing the loan against your 401k. The HELOC actually would be a better choice especially if you are thinking of just straight up withdrawing money from any of your retirement accounts. You're going to have to withdraw more than what it costs because you're going to have to pay taxes on that. And so the home equity line of credit is not necessarily a bad idea to do that, but I would put a caveat in that saying, first off, make sure you got the other ducks in a row. Make sure that you are saving enough for retirement. Make sure that you have either met with an advisor and you've got some kind of plan on how much you're supposed to be saving. And if putting this in and then paying it back off is not going to impact what you're saving for retirement, go right ahead. Go right ahead. We got a camper here in June of 2021. And one of the ways I was able to justify buying it was the fact that when we're not using it, we put it up on RV Share. And so other people are renting it out. And so now we've turned this, basically, I would call that a depreciating asset. It's like a car, it's depreciating. It's not going to be worth more in most cases. I know there's been some crazy markets going on here recently with COVID and people buying campers, and some have sold for more than what they bought it for, but that's not the norm. All right. That's not the norm. It's a depreciating asset. And so I've taken a depreciating asset and turned it into somewhat of an income stream to offset some of those costs, because yeah, we do realize it's going to be fun. It's going to make memories with the family. And so that has value, but I want to make sure that everything else is set in place first, because I want you to have fun. I just don't want your fun to, shackle you into financial hardship. Right.
Yeah. Especially later in life, and knowing whether or not that affects your retirement. The big purchase is having a comprehensive plan and sitting down with your advisor before you make the big purchases, not say, hey, I bought this, what's it going to do to me? No, we don't like hearing that.
Or I
say,
did.
Hey, I'm thinking of this.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
or I did a thing, it probably wasn't the best. Can you fix it? I don't like that. So one, Brian, great job of asking this question before putting in the pool. And two, I would say, I mentioned, financial advisor, if you've got a plan, and you're following that plan, great. If you don't, we'd love to be able to sit down and figure that out for you and help you figure out whether or not you can put in a swimming pool. We'd love to be able to help you figure that out, because I'm not the advisor that says you can't spend your money. Right? You don't just want a huge pile of money that you can swim through like Scrooge McDuck. That's not the purpose of it. The money is supposed to be doing something, enriching your life, creating those memories. And so, yeah, if there's a way you can do it, I want you to do it. As always, guys, if you want more Confidence in Your Retirement, our contact information, our calendar link is going to be in the description. So don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every single week when we get new content going on. We also have another YouTube channel for our podcast called Retirement Rescue Radio, where we also dive into a lot of topics very deeply. We do that long format, sometimes half an hour to an hour is what some of these can be. And so once again, guys, appreciate you sticking around here. Join us next week, same time, for some more content to give you the information that you need to empower you to live the retirement that you deserve. Take care.